Good afternoon again, everyone. I am ZNA Abines, the discussant of Chapter 7, Lesson 3, and it is all about adding and subtracting integers. So for this lesson, we are going to know how to add and subtract integers. So uunahin muna natin yung addition. So, addition of integers. Adding integers in the process of finding the sum of two or more integers. It may result in an increase or decrease in value, depending on whether the integers are positive or negative or a mixture. The addition of integers is an arithmetic operation performed on integers with the same sign or with different signs to find the sum. So here, in addition of integers, we're going to find the sum of integers. And of course, meron tayong mga rules na dapat hindi kalimutan at dapat sinusunod when adding integers. So, here's the rules of adding integers. So, first, adding two positive integers always result in a positive value. So, kung i-add natin yung puros positive integers, of course, ang result niya is positive rin. So, for example, we have here, makikita nyo sa ating PowerPoint presentation dyan sa baba, there's an example sa rule number 1 na positive 6 plus positive 6 is equals to positive 12 because pareha sila ng sign which is positive. That's why yung sign na rin ng kanyang sum ay positive. So, in number 2, adding two negative integers always results in a negative number. For example, negative 6 plus negative 6 equals negative 12. Of course, pareha lang siya sa puros positive sign. Dito naman is puro siya negative sign. Of course, pag pareha sila ng sign, it always ends up kung ano yung sign na nakalagay dun. So, dito sa number 2 is negative sign yung nakalagay. So, of course, we need to, dapat natin susundin yung sign na nakalagay sa number. So, it is a negative. So, plus man siya. That's why i-add natin siya, which is 12, and the sign is negative. And then, sa pangtatlo is adding integers with 0 results in the same number. For example, 6 plus 0 equals 6 and negative 8 plus 0 is negative 8. So of course, pag mag-a-add tayo ng integers at 0 yung number na kanyang i-add ay it always equal to the number. So, makikita natin dito sa example na merong 6 plus 0. Of course, the answer is 6 and negative 8 plus 0 equals negative 8. So, here, okay, for the last rule in adding integers is adding a positive number with a negative number is done by finding the difference between the absolute value of both numbers. Then, the sign with the greater number gets attached to the sum. For example, positive 7 plus negative 3 equals positive 4. So, it is because hindi sila magkaparehas ng hindi sila magkaparehas ng sign. That's why we are going to subtract the integers. And then, susundin natin yung sign ng pinakamalaki na number. It is because, di ba, minus na natin. 7 minus 3 equals 4. And sa sign naman is mas malaki yung positive 7 kaysa kay negative 3. That's why yung sinunod natin ay yung sa malaki na number which is 7, which is yung positive. That's why we have here positive 4. So, positive 7 plus negative 3 equals positive 4. At now, meron akong ipapakita sa inyo, and okay, this is the table of adding integers. So, mas malinaw dito kasi naka-arrange talaga siya. So, meron tayong integer sign, answer sign, operation, and example. So, just look at the table. So, diba makikita nyo, kung pareha sila ng sign, just copy, or just add, and then copy the sign. And, of course, kung magkaiba naman yung sign is you are going to subtract. Yes, i-mamay nyo siya, and then susundin nyo yung sign ng pinakamalaking number. So, meron tayo dito sa example. So sa pinakauna is we have here the positive 4 plus positive 6 equals 10. Of course, i-add mo siya equals 10, and then unsigned, which is para sila ni 4 and 6 na positive. That's why the answer is also positive. So, positive 10. So, the next one naman is positive 16 plus negative 7. So, here, di ba magkaiba sila ng sign, which is you're going to subtract it, and then susundin mo yung susundin mo yung sign ng pinakamalaking number. So 16 plus negative 7 equals 9. So, nag-minus ka na. And then, you are going to susundin mo yung sign ng pinakamalaking number, which is ang 16 yung pinakamalaking number. And then, yung kanyang sign ay positive. That's why the answer is positive 9. And that's also yung negative plus negative, i-add mo lang siya, and then you are going to susundin nyo rin yung negative sign. So, we have here an example. So, number 1, we have here negative 6 plus 7 equals 1. Of course, they have different, diba, magkaiba sila ng sign dahil negative and positive sila. So, we're going to subtract, diba? Isusubtract natin yung 6 and 7. And then, we're going to follow the sign of the biggest number. So, ang malaking number ay ang 7, at ang kanyang sign ay positive. That's why we are going to follow the positive sign. And then, we have here also, in the number 2, we have negative 10, and plus negative 8. So, di ba magkapara sila ng sign? So, we're going to add the 10 and the 8 and copy the sign. So, here in number 3, makikita natin na they have the same sign, di ba? Ang 4 and 5. So, the 4 and 5, we're just going to add it and copy the sign, which is positive sign. And then in number 4, we have here also a different, iba-iba sila ng iba-iba sila ng sign. So, positive 6 plus negative 2 equals 4. Because 4, it is because magkaiba sila ng sign, so we're going to subtract, no? Then follow the sign of the biggest number, which is 6 minus 2 equals 4, and the sign is positive. So, we have here also an example, no, sa baba. We can also find the answer using the number line. Diba yung pinakita natin kanina sa introduction of integer. So, meron din tayo ditong picture. So, titingnan nyo na lang dyan sa PowerPoint presentation, diba? So, the question there is, you are going to add the negative 4 and positive 5. So, diba makikita nyo na there's a number line there, and atin mo nang lalagyan ng point yung negative 4. So, negative 4 daw plus 5. So, it means that you are going to jump ka 5 doon sa number line. So, it is because negative siya, tapos plus positive, diba? Ang positive is nasa right side. That's why we are going to jump in the sa right side kalima. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So naglaland siya sa 1. That's why negative 4 plus 5 equals 1. So we have here also another example. So the question is negative 3 plus positive 8 equals 5. It is because, di ba, negative 3 and then positive 8. So negative 3, we're going to jump pa right because ang positive 8 is nasa right. So we are going to jump ka 8 because yun yung nakalagay. So mo jump tayo ka 8. And so from negative 3 mo jump tayo ka 8 is maglaland siya sa positive 5. That's why our answer is positive 5. So here are last example for addition in integers. So the question is negative 4 plus negative 2 equals negative 6. Diba, of course, magkaparehas sila ng, sign ng 4 and 2, which is 4 sila negative. So we are going to jump pa left side because nasa left side yung mga negative integers. So the positive sign is atin siyang gagawing negative or minus, atin siyang gagawing minus, and then we are going to jump pa left, and ang nakalagay doon is negative 4. So sa negative 4 tayo magsisimula, and then magja-jump tayo kadalawa. So 1, 2, that's why maglaland yung jump natin from 4 doon kay negative 6. So now we're moving to subtracting integers. So we have here also our rules na dapat nating sundin, no? So dapat hindi talaga natin kalimutan yung mga rules in subtracting and adding integers. So here's the rules. First, I am going to introduce to you the steps in subtracting integers. So first, dapat keep the first integer just as it is. So hindi natin babaguhin yung first integer. So second is, since subtraction is addition of the opposite chain, subtraction to addition. So 'di ba yung opposite ng subtraction is addition. That's why we are going to replace the sign of subtraction into addition. And then the third step is change the sign of the second integer to the opposite sign. So we are going to change the sign of the second integer, no? So for example, if the integer is positive, we are going to replace it by negative because it is the opposite of positive. And then the last step is add the two integers, and then we're going to add the integers, no? So medyo nakakalito kasi subtraction then you're going to add. So and then the second one is subtracting integers is the rules. So here, so dito is makikita na natin yung mga rules in subtracting integers. So here's the rule. So first rule is positive minus positive equals positive is the first integer is greater. So kung yung pinakauna na integer is yun yung pinakamalaki, and then of course yun din yung susundin yung sign ng integer. And then positive minus positive equals negative is the second integer is greater. So kung sino yung, so magkapareha lang sila ng sa pinakauna na rule, no, na kung sino yung pinakamalaki ay yung susundin na na sign. It's either positive or negative. It depends kung sino yung pinakamalaki ng value ng number. And then if it is negative minus negative, negative is the first integer is greater. Negative minus negative, positive is the second integer is greater. So magkaparehas lang talaga sila, no? Kung sino yung pinakamalaki na number or ng value ay yung kanyang sign ang susundin. So I have here an example. So number 1, makikita nyo we have positive 6 minus positive 3. Diba? Positive 6 and minus negative 3. So we have here sa solution nasa baba. So, 'di ba, we are going to yung 6 ay hindi na natin i-replace yung sign niya. So, papabayaan lang natin yung first number which is ang 6. So, and then ang minus sign is we're going to replace it with the opposite, 'di ba? Ang opposite ng minus is plus. That's why we are going to replace it by plus. And then sa ika-second na integer is of course we're also going to replace it ang kanyang sign. So it is because positive siya, so gagawin na natin siyang negative. So we have here positive 6 plus negative 3 equals 3 because hindi sila magkaparehas ng sign. That's why we are going to subtract it. Pero yung sign niya is plus or addition. Pero we are going to subtract it. And then, copy the sign ng pinakamalaking number which is ang 6. Ang kanyang sign is positive. That's why we have here the difference. Yung answer niya is positive 3. And then sa number 2, meron din tayong example dito. The positive 6 minus negative 3. Diba? The positive 6 minus negative 3. So, makikita nyo rin merong solution sa baba. So, we are going to papabayaan lang natin yung pinakaunang integer which is ang positive 6. So, positive 6 lang talaga siya. So, and then, yung minus sign, yung minus is we're going to replace it with the opposite which is ang plus. And then ang sa pangalawang integer naman ay we are also going to replace the sign. Kibali kung ano yung opposite. So dahil dito ay negative 3 siya, we are going to make it positive 3. That's why 6 plus 3 dahil magkaparehas sila ng sign, that's why we are going to add. Kaya yung answer niya is positive 9 dahil pareha sila positive. And then in number 3, as makikita mo rin, meron tayong negative 3 minus negative 5 equals 2. So, nandyan yung solution niya sa baba, no? So, yung negative 3, hindi na natin yan i-replace dahil yun yung nakalagay sa rule. And then sa yung negatives, minus sign is i-replace natin siya into addition. And then yung negative 5 ay gagawin rin natin siyang positive 5. So dahil magkaiba sila ng sign, we're going to subtract it. That's why the answer is 2. Positive siya dahil ang pinakamalaking value or number ay ang 5 which is ang kanyang sign ay positive. And then sa number 4 naman is negative 3 minus 2 equals negative 5. This because dahil nga i-replace natin yung ibang sign, that's why ang negative 2 ang positive 2 negative 2 and ang minus is mapaplus na siya. That's why ang answer is negative 5 dahil susundin rin natin yung kung ano ang sign na nakalagay. So ang sign nakalagay ay negative, that's why negative 5. Of course, we have here the last example also, yung nasa parang kanina nasa addition. So, of course, we have also here sa subtraction. So, pwede rin natin siyang sa subtraction, no? So, meron tayo ditong question, the positive 5 minus negative 3. Diba? We're going to replace the both signs into plus and positive. That's why the answer is 8. Diba 5, we're going to land ka 3. From 5, we're going to land ka 3. We're going to jump ka 3 and maglaland siya sa number 8. And that's why the answer is positive 8 because positive naman sila tanan. So, that's all for lesson 3.